Hi and welcome to my second tutorial on Corel Painter 11. Today we're going to be working on a photo painting. It's going to be real quick and simple. Not a lot of drawing to do, but it's a very useful technique and I think you're going to like it. So let's go ahead and get started and let's open up an image. So I'm going to go to File, Open, or you could go ahead and hit Control O. And I'm going to go ahead and go to, let's see, let's go here. And let's use this image right here real quick. Now, once your image opens up, what we're going to start doing is we're going to go ahead and open up another palette, which is called the Underpainting palette. That is under Windows. And if you scroll or you look all the way down, you'll see Underpainting. Go ahead and select that. It will open up a palette on the right hand side. As you can see, it has a lot of tools you can use, and these are to pretty much just set your preferences for your painting, and also to pretty much edit your image. And right now, what we want to do is edit our image just a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and go to Photo Enhancement, and click the drop-down menu, and select Intense Color. This is gonna bring out the colors up a little more and make it a little more vibrant. After that, we're gonna go to our contrast and pretty much let's go ahead and put 22, and then let's go to our saturation and make that 13. And that's it as far as our photo editing will go for this picture. Now that we edit and made the changes on our image, what we want to do is go ahead and make a quick clone, because we do not want to ruin the original. We just want to go ahead and work on a duplicate, or what we use here on Corel would be a clone. So let's go ahead and, if you look down under the edge effect tools, you'll see quick clone. Go ahead and select that, or actually hit that button, and a new window will pop up, and which looks a little more pale than the original. Now the reason why is because the clone copy uses a tracing paper. The tracing paper covers the image, so you don't work directly on the image, but instead of on the tracing paper. We could go ahead and minimize the original picture, because we won't need that for now. And now that we have our quick clone image, let me explain to you something about the tracing paper. The tracing paper is toggle is located right here on the top, right under the X. And if you click that, it would automatically shut the tracing paper up. Click it back on, it turns it back on. Now, what you want to do here is, if you click and hold, it will open a percentage of opacity. This will give you the amount of clarity that the tracing paper will hold. For the tutorial purpose, we'll leave it there for now. Let's go ahead and explain a little more. Also, the shortcut for this will be Control T, in case you're used to working with shortcuts. Now that we have all of that set, let's go ahead and go to our auto painting. Our auto painting is right under a quick clone, and I want to select Smart Stroke Painting and Smart Settings. Once that's selected, I want to go ahead and go up to my brush selector, and in my brush selector, I want to select an artist brush. Here I'm going to select an artist brush, and then I want to select my variant or my tip, and I want an impressionist tip. Once that's selected, I want to go to my colors palette. Notice it's gray, and that's because my clone color button is selected, and it's the way I want it. The reason you want to make sure that this is selected is so that the image, once you start the painting process, selects the color from the original image, instead of having to go and select your own colors. You want to work with the original colors of the picture. So that being said, we want to go ahead and start the painting process. Simple. What we'll do here is go to auto painting. If you look all the way down to the corner on right, on the auto painting palette, or the auto painting selection, you see a play button. This play button is going to set off your auto painting. And auto painting, what it does is pretty much it does the painting for you. So here you could go ahead and select play, and it's gonna start the process, and it automatically will start painting for you. My computer is running a little slow today, so you don't see the brushes going around, but you should be able to see the brush strokes going all over your tracing paper. One thing about this is if I go ahead and click anywhere or try to go and look at my email or something while this process is being done, it will automatically stop my painting. As you can see now, you can see my strokes. But it will automatically stop my painting. Now, you don't have to be worrying and think you're gonna have to start all over. No, you can just go right ahead and hit play again, and it would automatically start right where it left off. Now, this process does take a little long. It takes some time. You could go ahead and leave the computer running for a little while and let it take its effect, and go ahead and do what you need to do until it gets done. Now, also, you could you might want to keep an eye towards the end because you don't want the image, the auto painter, to pretty much go all out and give its full detail. You might want to stop it right before it finishes so you could get more of a rough artistic look or abstract look to your image. Now, like I said, this is a little process, so let's just be patient and wait for a little bit. For tutorial purposes, I'm going to stop this process a little early just so I could go ahead and show you some more techniques into how to finish this or how to fine tune it. For now, I'm going to let this run for a little bit. Okay, I see that this is taking a little long, so just for time's sakes, I'm gonna stop it right here, and let's just say I'm satisfied with what I'm seeing. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop this here. Now you see, the great thing about Corel is that it gives you that really artistic look that no other software can give you, and which is great. Now, this next process will be consider fine tuning this. So the for this type of software, it is best to have a Wacom or a PC tablet. Corel is basically used for those purposes for art, for drawing and painting. So a Wacom board would be the best tool to have for this program. If you don't have one, then you could use your mouse, but it will be a little more difficult to get those fine details. So that being said, let's go ahead, and what I want to do next is go to my refine. I want to refine some touches or give a little touch up here for detailing. So I want to go to my restoration real quick, and restoration is right under your auto painting, and I want to select my soft brush. Now I want to keep it under with the clone color selected because I want my soft brush to actually pick the colors from the original image. Now what this is going to do is going to bring back some of that detail from the original picture. So if I, let's say, start painting here because I want some of this to look realistic, you start noticing that some of that image starts coming back, and I start giving this an effect of painting in real life imaging, and it gives it a nice little abstract look, which is pretty cool if you ask me. As you can see, I start bringing back some of the light fixtures up, and this is what your soft brush does when you're using the auto painter. It gives you that detail that you might want to get back into certain things. Now you don't want the whole image to be painted. You just want certain things just to give it that effect of being paint and real at the same time. And as you can see, it starts coming along. It looks pretty cool, and it's got a pretty nice image. Now, you could click the tracing paper and hold it down and increase the opacity in case you just want to see the original image behind it and see exactly what you're missing and what you might want to bring out or whatnot. So, always keep that in mind. I am right now for pretty much okay. I don't need to bring it back up. I'm pretty much okay with what I have here. I'm pretty satisfied. Okay, for this purpose, I think this looks pretty good. Let's just go ahead and color some of this up here. Now, to increase your brush, it's just like Photoshop. You could use your brackets and the open and closing brackets to increase and decrease your brush size here as well. Or if you have a Wacom with the buttons, you could also use the button tools here. Now, like I said before, you want to just brush over the areas you want to bring back up or whatnot. Once you're satisfied and and you have all the details back that you want, you could also go back to your artist brush. You could go ahead and let's just bring this down a little bit, and then you want to go ahead and select your artist brush again and your impressionist. Now, you could keep it again with the clone, or you could go ahead and use your color wheel and select your own colors. But this, what it's going to do is it's going to bring you back to the original auto painting style, and you can start painting over the images and start bringing back some of that you missed before and give it more of an artistic look. This is a way to play. It's almost similar to I want to say masking in Photoshop, where you toggle back between the white and black to reduce some of the image or bring back some of the details in the image. It's somewhat similar to that effect with the restoration, where you could use the soft edge brush to give back the detail or and go back to your regular artist brush that you started the auto painting with and bring back some of that those strokes, the artistic strokes. Now, once you're done with that and you're satisfied, what you could do is go ahead and go to your brush selector and look for pencils. Hit pencil, and then you could go ahead and select your real 6B soft pencil, and you could go ahead and sign your name wherever you want. And that will complete our tutorial for painting. I hope this tutorial is helpful, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Have a good night.